everyone, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking and sharing my insights on a really cool light bulb moment I had when I was being stuck in my health crash recovery, and it has to do with a certain mental or mindset and taking a look at anxiety and stress in a certain way. And I think it was really powerful, and I want to share that with you guys. There was a period in the earlier phases where I felt really stuck with moving forward in my recovery. And so it put me in a place where I had to really take a look at myself to analyze how I was going to go about continue to recover myself and feel better and all of that. And I came to a really cool awareness and understanding that for most of us who are in this chronic stressful type of health imbalance, and also just in general in the world, chronic stress and stress management is very, very common. There's just a lot more stress in the world these days that are constant. What I realized in that light bulb moment was that I wasn't able to get to certain mental patterns and certain recovery because I was seeing that as the norm. Okay, so let me explain that. So it's like, if you imagine if somebody, let's say, this is just for example, if someone was in a abusive relationship and this person has had a lifetime long of, maybe they had bad parenting and, abused as a child and not great relationships with their parents, and then they have confident issues, and maybe they're have trauma and stuff like that they haven't taken a look at, so they continue to manifest relationships that are toxic and abusive. And why they stay in that is because that's what they feel like it's normal. So I apply that to recognizing the anxiety and the stress that I was going through that I couldn't jump out of in the beginning of my recovery process. And it was because I've been that stressed for so long, pretty much as far as I can remember. And that, overdoing personality and that just nonstop pursuing, that was normal. Okay, and that's why, as I scanned myself internally and try to figure out what was wrong, my awareness was blind to it because it was trying to scan something that was out of balance. But the fact is, the entire fundamentals were out of balance in that area of me, because I was seeing, because it's been so long, that I was seeing that level of stress as normal. So of course I couldn't fix it at the time, because if you're just seeing, if you're daily, let's say that you, again, kind of a crazy example, but let's say you woke up every day for your whole life and somebody hit you over the head, and that was just what happened since day one. You don't know any different. So you wake up, somebody hits you on the head, and you're like, okay, that's my day. And you just go on. And you get bruises, you get headaches, and you're like, what is wrong with me? I can't figure it out. I just go about my day normal. And then you go to sleep, wake up, somebody hits you over the head. And because you don't recognize that as something's wrong, you continue to do the same thing over and over again to yourself. And you have all these symptoms, all these imbalances, and you are not optimal. You feel tired, you overdo yourself, and you can't recover from certain things like the health crash. And it's because you are used to being, abused or self-sabotaging or putting so much stress on yourself or choosing a lifestyle that is so stressful, kind of without even knowing, consciously knowing that that is out of balance. So it, took rock bottom for me to really realize that. realizing, wow, loud motorcycle. Realizing that what I thought was a norm was not the norm. Okay, and I know it's such a mind trip, right? So, but that was such a huge, like I said, light bulb moment for me. And once that had clicked, it was like, wow, I could just be like, there is light at the end of the tunnel because now I can fix it. So guys, it's so important to spend time when you're going through the health crash, and even after. Like, I still apply that same principle to like new things, and it's just continuously helping me to improve my life, become more optimal in my health and fitness and everything. So yeah, it's so important to really take a look at ourselves, and we will have a lot. Like, if you're going through a health crash recovery, you're going to have a lot of time to yourself. So take advantage of that and use that and take a look at yourself. You know, why you have to look deep, because maybe you are on autopilot like I was with certain things that you're practicing like by default every day, just because that's what you knew for so long, whether from the beginning or you've just done it for years and years and years and you've just gotten used to it. And, you know, take a look at those things. You know, maybe even some things that you thought is good for you might not be. Like for me, you know, I was working out way too harsh and eating way too strict and in a way clean and all that. And it was damaging me. It wasn't really helping me. So I really, really want to bring awareness to that and, you know, inspire you guys to, like, if you're going through something or just in general, like, take a look deep, okay? Like, spend time attending to yourself. You are the most important person to you. You deserve the best in your life, okay? You should be the one who looks out for yourself the most. You should be your number one fan. You should be, like, always be there for yourself. Your number one priority. Yourself, your health, your well-being, your happiness. You are your best friend. You are your best man or best girl. You are your best, like, counselor, healer. Take a look at yourself and spend time with yourself deeply, okay? And you're going to appreciate that so much. Your body's going to appreciate that so much. Your mind is going to appreciate that so much, because all that lack and all that imbalance sometimes, and for me, every time, was that I needed to be there for myself. Stop, make myself and my health the priority, and be there for myself. And, you know, whether that's taking care of my routines, whether that's spending time to take a look at what's wrong, whether that's, you know, spending time journaling, counseling myself, and, you know, processing my thoughts, figure out what's right, what feels right to me, what is the path of least resistance for me, and move forward move forward after taking care of yourself, like really taking care of yourself. I found so much just like happiness and answers and relaxation, you know, like monkeys off my back if I'm struggling with something, when I stop and just fully be there for myself. Okay. So give that a try. Obviously not any one thing is the solution to, everything. So just give it a try, like, and share with me what you think. Maybe you have your own way of, how you relate to yourself. Maybe you want to share that with me and my viewers. Just overall, I just wanted to share this because it was super powerful. And I think that we all need sometimes a little nice reminder, even if we're always on top of things. And even if we're generally a very self-aware person, you can still forget things, or just, it's great to have a reminder to stop, take a look at yourself on the inside, and sometimes discover something like this where it's like, you're like, wow, yeah. Like for me, it was like, wow, I have been so used to being so stressed out and overdoing things that was normal. It was like I thought I was doing myself a good thing. Like I thought I was just living my life, but I was doing too much. And then from there, I could really make choices and take actions that really made huge changes and made huge differences in my life and on my recovery process. I hope this video was helpful in some way, and you got to hear another bit of my insight on my health crash recovery, especially like one major mindset element of it. And yeah, please post any comments or questions down below. Check out my Facebook, download my ebook, and give me a like, subscribe, and share my content if you're enjoying it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.